Okay, so I'm here with my buddy Herv, and he just bought a 2006 Pontiac G6 GTP. GTP, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that these things came in manual transmission. It's a 6-speed stick. It's dark, I'm sorry, but it's a 4-door. Nice aftermarket wheels, some aftermarket exhaust. It has the 3900, which as far as I know is a Chevy-made V6 and not a Buick one, but I could be wrong on that. If anybody knows, do go ahead and correct me. As far as I can tell, it kind of feels like it has a Saab transmission. It has the nicest 6-speed manual I have ever driven. It's like a 5-speed gearbox except with an overdrive gear. It's wonderful. I've never driven a 6-speed that feels so nice. It's also got a bit of an exhaust to it. Why don't you give it a little rev? Alright. Shut it off. Alright, start it back up. Yeah, that is a nice sounding exhaust. So we'll take it for a little spin on the way back to the highway, but you know, it makes me think it's a Chevy engine because it doesn't have any real low-end torque, but it is a very nice drive. Nice, that black leather, you know, and the heated seats and little chromey shift knob. The reason it makes me think that it's a Saab transmission is, well, for one, we know it's, I don't want to say German, but it's, you know, UK-ish or whatever, where it's over in here for reverse. But it's also got the reverse lockout that a lot of Saab transmissions use, where in order to take the key out, you have to have it in reverse, which is a safety feature, so it's less likely that somebody can steal your car. But it also makes it pretty much impossible to put a remote starter in without a lot of creativity, which you don't want to mess up on a nicer car like this. Seat belts for safety. We'll see here.
Do you want me to hold it while you...
No, it's alright. I don't know if I can really hear the sound in here or not. It's got them nice red Pontiac dials. Yeah, here, why don't you go ahead. So we'll see if we can hear any of this on the highway through this camera. Because even though the exhaust makes a nice noise, it's not real loud. It's not overly loud, which I like. You don't really want to be obnoxious. That's just stupid. And now we're behind a Ford van. But yeah, I mean, right now we're cruising at 32 miles an hour. In 4th gear, we're at about 1,400 RPM, which is crazy nice. I mean, I'm sitting comfortable in 3rd gear. You know, it's the same 32 or whatever, and it's still below $2,000. Now that for gearing is really nice. That's like my old Shelby Charger. And it's what I've always wanted out of a 6-speed, and that's why I haven't liked 6-speeds up until I've just met this car. It's got a fair bit of speed. It's not exactly what I would call fast. It's quick, it's peppy, it's nice. It drives very good. I mean, like right now I'm in 5th gear, 70 miles an hour, 2,400 RPM, 2,450 probably, you know, somewhere right in that ballpark. I mean, if I can just weasel it up to 70, put it in 6th gear, I'm at $2,000 doing 70. And it, honestly, I mean, if I'm not doing 70 at least, it almost feels like 6th gear is just too low, which is awesome. Because everybody knows that everywhere you go these days, everybody does 70. I mean, the speed limit on, you know, one of the major highways where I live is 70 on Highway 35. So when I go up north to the cabin, it's always 70 the whole way. So this car feels like it's geared and designed to do better mileage at those speeds, because most cars are designed to get best gas mileage at about 55 miles an hour, which nobody does these days. I mean, the speed limit here right now is 55. And I'm surprised that we're only doing 57, because during the daytime, nobody's going below 60 on this highway right here.
Only super old people.
Yep. And it's got a nice sound. It shifts nice. Clutch feels pretty good for hydraulic. It's definitely hydraulic, so the clutch feels kind of numb, but it's not bad. It's got the right level of tension to it. It's not too easy, like a Civic Del Sol, where you don't feel anything. The shifting is definitely nice cables instead of rods. Feels very good. Clicks into gears nicely like an arcade system would. If you play any arcade racing games, nice arcade units, they feel really nice when they click into gears. And that's what I like about like Geostorms. This is like nice like that. It feels really good. Yeah, that's really something. It's a lot better than that Subaru you brought home last week. So, yeah, that's Herv's new toy, 2006 Pontiac G6 GTV, 3900 V6, 3.9 liters. Made by Chevy or Buick. I'm not honestly sure. If anybody can correct me on that, please do go right ahead. Can't say that I know a lot of information about the newer GM engines. 6-speed manual, possibly made by Saab. Very nice car overall. Very good looking car. And Pontiacs have always been what I would call kind of a brash design. You know, usually very good looking, kind of nice flair to their design. But there's never been enough manual gearboxes in those Pontiacs. So many of them, you know, Grand Ams, you could get a stick, and some Grand Prix you could get a stick, but they were always like, you know, the quad 4-cylinder. And that was a garbage motor. Nobody wanted those. Nobody in their right mind, anyways, wanted those. So this is a very nice, humbling, considering it's kind of sad that you know, Pontiac is done with now. And I almost kind of wonder if maybe this car wasn't designed over in Europe. Some of the GMs have done that. So, yeah, that's today's little video.